Alright guys, so today I wanted to cover a topic that is often talked about, owner financing. Today I'm going to tell you how that works for the buyer, the seller, what it is, and what are my thoughts on it. So let's get started. So first and foremost, what is it? Owner financing is just like it sounds. It is where the owner will finance the property to the buyer. How does it work for the buyer? Well, this is usually the scenario for the buyer. The buyer can't get financing through other traditional means. They don't have good credit, they have bad credit, they have some sort of issue that's holding them up, and they're looking for alternative ways to be able to finance a property, and that's where owner financing comes into play. Now realize that there's a reason they can't get financing. They don't have good credit, which means they're not very good with managing money, which means they're a higher risk. The other thing that it could also be is that maybe they are able to qualify for a loan, but the buyer couldn't purchase this particular property because it didn't meet the appraisal of the lender for two reasons. Number one, value. Maybe the sales price is a little too high and the lender said, look, it's not worth it and we're not going to finance on it. Or two, the condition. Maybe the condition is not ideal for the mortgage company and they say, look, it's not in a good condition, we don't approve of it. And so they look at owner financing as an alternative where they can bypass any of those three. So here's what I'm going to tell you about the financing. Usually they want a larger down payment than a traditional mortgage. Usually they have a much higher interest rate, and the terms are not as desirable. Meaning maybe they won't go 30 years, maybe they'll only go 10, maybe they'll only go 15, maybe they'll go 15 with a balloon at the end. There's all sorts of different reasons that usually the financing is not in your favor. What advice would I give to the buyer? I would tell the buyer, and if that's you, to hold off on purchasing that property and go ahead and start working on your credit. Work on that credit. It's going to be some sacrifice. You're going to be saving money, you're going to be paying things off, and you're going to be doing things that maybe aren't fun and sexy, but at least they're going to get you slowly but surely get you back into a situation where you could borrow money at a better rate and be able to purchase a property much more securely. Let me step back. When it comes to owner financing, I don't think it's an ideal situation. I don't think it's a good thing for the buyer. I would ask any buyer to reconsider that and avoid that at all costs. It's almost like buying it with a payday lender. It's just not a good idea. Isn't it strange you don't see payday lenders in the high end of town? You always see it in the poor side of town. And it's the same thing with this sort of financing. I know maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I feel I'm really passionate about making sure that things are just and fair for a buyer and informing. That's why I'm doing this video. I truly do believe that an informed and educated consumer is a much wiser consumer and less likely to be taken advantage. And here I am teaching you and showing you these things. Those are my thoughts. If I can do anything for you, if you have any questions, you know you're always more than welcome to reach out to me. Feel free to leave a comment below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. Be sure to subscribe. And if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth, North Texas area and you're looking for someone to help you buy, sell, or just have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you with your real estate needs. I am here to serve. Thanks so much.